When we think of ancient civilizations, the first images that come to mind are often the pyramids of Egypt, the majestic temples of ancient Greece, or perhaps the grand amphitheaters of Rome. But what if I told you that the story of civilization began much earlier, long before the pharaohs ruled Egypt and centuries before Greek philosophers shaped Western thought? The roots of civilization can be traced back to the heart of Mesopotamia, a land nestled between two great rivers, the Tigris and the Euphrates. Often called the cradle of civilization, this fertile region gave rise to the world's first cities and the people who laid the foundations of organized society. Many of the ideas that continue to shape our world today originated here thousands of years ago. More than 5,000 years ago, the Sumerians, who lived in what is now modern-day Iraq, created far more than simple settlements. They built one of the world's first true civilizations. Their society featured thriving cities, systems of government, advances in science and art, organized religion, and perhaps most importantly, writing. The Sumerians were among the first people to record their history, leaving behind a legacy that continues to influence humanity to this day. Their major cities, including Uruk, Ur, and Lagash, became the great urban centers of their age. Uruk, in particular, was one of the largest cities in the world, with a population of around 50,000 people. An astonishing number for that period. Like modern megacities, it was a complex and highly organized society. Its streets were filled with craftsmen, merchants, and laborers, while its impressive architecture showcased the Sumerians' remarkable achievements in construction and urban planning. Yet perhaps the Sumerians' most important contribution to human history was the invention of writing. This breakthrough marked a turning point in the development of civilization. The Sumerians created cuneiform, a system of wedge-shaped symbols pressed into clay tablets using a stylus. At first, this writing system was used mainly for record-keeping, to track grain supplies, livestock, taxes, and other essential aspects of daily life. But as the system evolved, cuneiform became a powerful tool for preserving myths, songs, prayers, and even laws. One of the most famous works ever written in cuneiform is the Epic of Gilgamesh. Considered one of the oldest masterpieces of world literature, it tells the story of a legendary king who embarks on a quest for immortality. The epic explores timeless themes such as life and death, humanity's desire to overcome mortality, and the search for meaning in existence. Its influence can be seen in many later myths and heroic tales throughout the ancient world. Together with other Sumerian writings, the Epic of Gilgamesh helped lay the foundation for literary traditions that would shape human culture for thousands of years. The Sumerians left their mark not only on literature but also on the development of science. Among their many achievements was the study of astronomy. They carefully observed the movements of celestial bodies and sought to understand how events in the sky might be connected to life on Earth. Through these observations, the Sumerians developed one of the earliest known calendars and a numerical system based on the number 60. This remarkable system eventually gave rise to the way we measure time today, dividing each hour into 60 minutes and each minute into 60 seconds. The Sumerians also made remarkable contributions to the development of law. They created one of the earliest known legal codes, centuries before the famous Code of Hammurabi. This collection of laws, established by King Ur-Nammu, addressed a wide range of issues, including criminal offenses, marriage, property rights, and inheritance. Some of these laws sound surprisingly modern even today. For example, one law prescribed the death penalty for murder, while theft could be punished through financial compensation paid to the victim. It was also in Mesopotamia that one of the earliest forms of organized labor division emerged. Sumerian society was structured into distinct social classes, including nobles, priests, merchants, craftsmen, and slaves. This social organization helped create a more complex economy and encouraged the growth of trade with neighboring regions. In cities such as Ur, skilled artisans produced goods made from metal, wood, and clay, as well as finely crafted textiles that were traded far beyond the borders of Sumer. The Sumerians were also pioneers in agriculture. They developed innovative farming techniques that allowed them to support growing populations across large areas of land. By building extensive irrigation systems, they were able to channel water from rivers to their fields, significantly increasing agricultural productivity. In addition to their achievements in law, trade, and agriculture, the Sumerians constructed some of the most impressive architectural monuments of the ancient world. Among the most iconic were the ziggurats, massive step structures that served as temples dedicated to the gods. Rising high above the surrounding cities, ziggurats were the tallest buildings in Mesopotamia and symbolized the connection between heaven and earth. Nearly every major city possessed its own ziggurat, which functioned not only as a religious center but also as an important political institution. Religion played a central role in Sumerian life. The Sumerians were polytheists, meaning they worshipped many gods and goddesses. One of the most revered gods was Enki, the god of water and wisdom, who was said to have taught humanity valuable skills such as irrigation and agriculture. Other important deities included Inanna, the goddess of love and war, and An, the supreme god of the sky. What makes Sumerian civilization particularly fascinating is that religion and science were deeply interconnected. Many of their scientific achievements, including their calendar, astronomical observations, and even aspects of their legal system, were closely tied to religious beliefs. Important events, such as the beginning of the agricultural season, were often determined through careful observation of the stars and planets and were celebrated through religious festivals and rituals. The Sumerians eventually disappeared as a distinct people, but their legacy remained woven into the fabric of human history. Even thousands of years after their cities had fallen into ruin and been forgotten, their ideas and achievements continued to live on in the civilizations that followed. The Babylonians, Assyrians, and Persians inherited many aspects of Sumerian culture and expanded upon them. Numerous Sumerian innovations, including cuneiform writing, their numerical system, and astronomical records, influenced generations of people across the ancient world. Even today, when we look at a clock, write notes, or measure time, we continue to rely on foundations first established by the Sumerians. More than 5,000 years have passed, yet their inventions still shape our daily lives. The Sumerians gave humanity not only a calendar but also ideas and systems that helped lay the groundwork for modern civilization. Though their civilization disappeared, its influence endures, becoming a permanent part of our world. The Sumerians were not only pioneers of writing but also innovators in many fields of science and culture. They developed advanced mathematical methods that allowed them to solve practical problems related to agriculture, trade, construction, and administration. Their calculations were recorded on clay tablets in cuneiform script and played an essential role in accounting, taxation, and economic management. Mathematics was just one element of a broader effort to create an organized and efficient society. Sumerian civilization also left a remarkable artistic legacy. Their workshops were filled with skilled craftsmen who produced not only practical objects but also works of great beauty. Archaeologists have uncovered finely crafted bronze statues, elaborate jewelry, and detailed carvings in wood and stone. These creations reflected both religious beliefs and an extraordinary level of artistic skill. Sumerian artisans produced decorative pottery adorned with intricate patterns, as well as figurines depicting animals, deities, and scenes from everyday life. The social structure of Sumerian society was equally complex. Like many ancient civilizations, it was divided into clearly defined social classes governed by laws and long-established customs. At the top stood kings, priests, and nobles who oversaw political and religious affairs. Below them was a growing middle class of merchants, craftsmen, and landowners who played a vital role in the economy. Laborers, farmers, and slaves formed the lower levels of society. Although their lives were often difficult, they were essential to the functioning and prosperity of Sumerian civilization. Education was surprisingly advanced for its time. In major cities such as Uruk and Ur, schools provided instruction not only in writing and mathematics but also in religion, history, and astronomy. Most students were the sons of wealthy families, and they studied under the guidance of experienced teachers and priests. These institutions helped preserve knowledge and train future administrators, scribes, and scholars. In addition, the Sumerians pursued an active foreign policy, establishing trade and military relations with neighboring peoples. They exchanged goods such as silver, gold, timber, textiles, and other products with peoples living in the territories of present-day Iran, Turkey, and Syria. This exchange not only contributed to economic prosperity but also allowed the Sumerians to adopt technologies and knowledge from other cultures. Many of these myths later became a source of inspiration for religious texts and legends. For example, the story of the Great Flood recorded by the Sumerians bears a striking resemblance to the biblical account of Noah's Ark. In the Sumerian version, a god decides to destroy humanity with a flood, but a man named Ziusidra receives a warning and builds a boat to save his family and animals. The Sumerians also laid the foundations of diplomacy. They concluded treaties, formed alliances, and regulated trade and conflicts through written agreements. Their military development was equally impressive. The Sumerians used chariots, organized armed units, fortified their cities, and developed strategic defenses. Even women in their society enjoyed certain rights; they could own property and serve as priestesses. Finally, the Sumerians created libraries, studied nature, and classified plants and animals, laying the foundations of natural science. Their knowledge and religious beliefs were closely connected, and it was this combination of science, art, and religion that made Sumerian civilization unique and great.